Welcome to Student Spotlight. The purpose of the podcast is to help you understand the perspective of the students who are already abroad and get inspired by their journey. Through different episodes, you will gather hacks of cracking through top universities, job application process, securing scholarships, managing your budgets abroad, dealing with things like homesickness, where and how to network, and much, much more. In today's episode, we are excited to feature Jay from Ahmedabad, who pursued his bachelor's degree in management at the Middlesex University and found himself a visa-sponsored job as a sabbatical officer at Middlesex University's Student Union. Jay's journey began with a focus on automotive engineering in India, but his passion for entrepreneurship led him to pursue his undergraduate degree in UK into management. Throughout his time as a student, Jay gained extensive experience and insights into part-time and university jobs, enriching his understanding of various aspects of student life and career development. Join us as Jay shares his remarkable journey, experiences, and his deep-rooted passion for student politics.
So first of all, I'm Jay Suryavanshi and I'm coming from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So I completed my 10th SSC and I got 72 in that. And after that, I joined automobile engineering. So I completed that. It's not like I haven't finished it. But then afterwards, I was more into entrepreneurship and business. So I was working with my relatives. And then I started my bachelor's quite late. So I started when around 21, I started applying to the UK universities. And then over here, I came in 2020, September in tech. I started with pursuing business management. So it's quite a change from engineering to business management, but it's just like business is in the blood coming from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So you can see like dhando, it's the thing that we always do. So first year, when I came here, it was like everything is closed in London, you know. You can't go for a dine-in experience. You just order food and there is no part-time job available apart from deliveries. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? I can't go out. You can't even go into transportation. You can't sit properly anywhere. And then suddenly I was looking for jobs and I applied in Royal Mail. So I got in Royal Mail and I was working during the Christmas time. And then at the same time, it was student union. So basically I got an email while studying about student union, that there are societies and stuff. So there was one thing they said, student voice leader. So I applied for that, and business management is like quite big course in my university. They had like more than 500, 600 students enrolled in the first year. So I applied for that. I won the elections for SVL. That was the first achievement I got in my first year. And then later on around December, then they emailed about there are the student union elections going on. There are the positions such as the business school, vice president,
So this is your year one?
Year one only, yeah. December, I had nothing to do better than, searching more about and exploring more things into the university because everything is closed outside. What am I supposed to do?
Because of COVID, right?
Because of COVID. So I applied for student trustee, which was a volunteer role that you work with the student union and the officers closely and help them to, get the ground problems, whatever students has. And you work closely with the trustee board. So I won that elections in February 2021. And afterwards, when I was about to join my second year, I was mainly looking for the jobs as well. So I applied, there is a website called Unitemps, which most of the universities has. And, they have partnered with, I think, 70, 80 universities in UK. So even someone is looking for a job, they can look for the jobs such as student ambassador, course ambassador, and there are numerous jobs available into that. So I applied for course ambassadors because there is a difference between becoming a course ambassador and student ambassadors. Like you get paid more in my university.
Okay.
And you can, every week you have 1 hour, 2 hours that you get paid for it. It was quite easy. So I applied for that role. I became a course ambassador. Then there was one more job into the university, which says become a clearing course ambassador. So I become that in July 2021. So from July 2021 till September, I worked in university, and that was like, okay, you get 40 hours that time. And I was like, okay, earning more and not paying taxes, earning more than £2,000 a month while doing, desk job basically, rather than working outside.
Okay.
That was the best experience. And I did the same thing. Second year, I was a student trustee. So I was influenced by current sabbatical officers to become one of them. So I applied, ran for the elections of VP Business of Business School in my university, but lost against the current sabbatical officer back then in 2022. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. But later on, what happened is in my third year, I had my friends and all like, Jade, you did this much in the university, becoming student trustee, this, you're still in SVL. So I was like, okay, let's do it again. Otherwise, I was not in the mood. I was like thinking for a placement or getting a better job, graduate programs. But then I applied for becoming an equity and inclusion officer. Basically, it's a vice president role. So I applied in my third year, won with the highest votes uh, last year, and then I started my journey as a sabbatical officer.
Okay, that's nice. So, as a sabbatical officer, what's your role? What's your position, and how much you get paid? What's your day like?
So first of all, it used to be in most of the university, you'll find like, okay, sabbatical officers are the school representatives. So business schools, science and tech, or might be. But I think 2-3 years, NUS is a National Union of Students, which is like work closely with the political parties over here in the UK. So they changed into mainly specific problems of students. So now I'm an equity and inclusion officer. There are other sabbatical officers which are education and then activities officers. So equity and inclusion is more of working closely with LGBTQ and other communities plus inclusivity around the campus. So it's just like you can do your own campaign. So currently I'm working on campaigns such as winter graduation that my university doesn't hold, plus the installment fee plan. So these were my major campaigns because I started those campaigns when I was a like student trustees. But still, it's like hard, to get like change something in the university. So basically, my day starts when I go to the office. I have to get like trustee board meetings plus the university board meetings that you're representing students' voice, day-to-day issues as well. Like you might be in touch with so many students, so they can just even call you randomly for asking like how I can do this, that, food issues on the campus because we don't even have a halal food. Mainly, we just had an option of sandwiches. So there are other sabbatical officers who are working on that. So it's quite easy job, but at the same time, when you are in touch with so many students, so it gets hectic because it's not a 9 to 5 job, I would say.
All right.
It's like, okay, someone can call you around 12 o'clock as well. And if you don't answer it and if you don't reply on time, they get like, okay, this guy is not answering my call. What's the point of him having a vice president, this? And it's quite annoying sometimes, because when you are, in meeting or just keep annoying you sometimes. It's good to become like vice president and get that exposure if you are kind of that person who's an extrovert, I would say. And I am. I loved it, but sometimes it's just like
it's too much because it's always the phone
there.
Never stops ringing.
It never stops. You can see my phone even right now. And
right. So tell me, when you started, right, you applied for Middlesex. What other universities did you apply for?
I applied for West London University, Coventry, and then Kingston and St. Mary University because my first choice was to being in London. So I would say I wanted to be in Middlesex because I had a friend. And the Middlesex is in quite the area that I would prefer because it's quite easy for transportation. Plus, you get the Indian food as well because you're living in North. Yeah. If I go Kingston or West London, it's a bit like, more of a British area. So for me, it's like, because I just had one friend to the UK and for me, I wanted food. I'm coming from Gujarat. I wanted food. I wanted that comfort.
Yeah.
And Middlesex gave me everything, I would say, because when I started, I had no contact because my friend was graduating in the same year, which I was about to start. And it was COVID, but I got friends for life. I got relations into the university, which is like, even if I'm not there, I'm in touch with those people. And still now, I haven't worked only one pub, and I was working all the time in the university. Okay. So Middlesex is the right choice for me.
Right. So tell me about your experience working all the years. You've done different positions, right? How important is it for students to work for the SU or the kind of roles you've done?
I would say whenever you are coming to the UK, any of the university, look for jobs within the university because if you're an undergrad student, that is very important because when you have an experience inside the university, it gives you an exposure plus money, and it's convenient. Because if you're going outside working maybe in pub or any part-time job, it's like quite hectic for managing. And it's like when you're working inside the university, it's easy. They support you too much. So there are websites such as Unitemps, you can look for it. Plus, in I would say these kind of jobs which is available in the university, like summertime, even if you're undergrad, postgrad, these job anyone can do. And all the universities, they have like clearing course ambassador jobs, plus jobs which is supporting, because every university has the summer things, summer programs basically for other students which are coming to the university. So they look for their own students to work for it. So I did summer jobs into the university, even outside I did. So quite hectic, but for me, I was lucky that I got so many jobs into university because I wanted an exposure and I like to talk to people. So if you talk to people, you'll get it. If you just be like quiet and don't look for it, you might not get it. So the main key thing is to take it out, talk to people as many you can.
Okay, great. If you were to go back in time and change something about your course, university, or your journey as a sabbatical officer, or even otherwise, like your roles at the uni with the Indian society, anything you think you would change and make it better? Even the course that you've chosen?
So for me, I would say Indian society, if we come for. So I would have become a president of Indian society in my first year as well. But I was more into student union rather than being into societies. And societies helps you a lot if you join societies and stuff. So even if student is coming from India, they can join any society back home and they can get an exposure. For me, it was like, okay, I'm going to hierarchy directly, but the point was, okay, if you can start from the root. So I became a president of Indian Society in my third year. And whosoever became in my university president of Indian Society back then, they just went back to India. So no one was handling society. Correct. So I was unofficially handling the society that time. Right. And that gives me like, I would have done that even in my first year. So I wanted to change that thing. So if I had a support back then, I would have might, win the election in my second year rather than winning in third year, because that would have helped me. It count as a placement. So if I would have become in my second year, that year 2023, I would have doing my placement, and now I would have finished it. In this year 2023, I will start my third year. So it counts. You know? It counts. It gives you 1 year of more visa, and then I can apply for sabbatical officer again. Because it's a nice job, convenient, and I'm more towards entrepreneurship as well. So it gives me more flexibility to work towards my as well, business and politics. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Any advices you would want to give to students who are applying to come to UK or for undergrad?
One thing I would say, it's like do research about the university before you coming here, because that's the most important thing. And university names matters a lot, ranking matters a lot, because there are people who would say you won't get the job. There are things that country is in recession. Yeah, it is true, but you will get the job. Don't get demotivated by anyone. It's like you have to look for it, you have to work hard, and you have to be exceptional from other people, because there are so many people who are looking for the job right now. So what you have in your CV that is like different from them. So it's not only the degree, you need curriculum activities as well, plus other certificates. So if you are gaining them at the same time while you're studying, that's much preferable for the employer as well.
Okay, nice. You mentioned about Unitemps, right? So you said students can apply even before coming to UK?
Yes, because Unitemps is the website where...
That's a Middlesex University?
It's for every university, a general website. If you got into the university, you enrolled it. At the same time, you joined the website, and it will ask for you a reference. But reference, you can also put your tutor's details, because you will have a module leader, program leader, you will have those details. So you can just put while you're applying for a job, or you are coming to this university, you can ask anyone who's studying in the university for their details basically, or get in touch with your sabbatical officer, student union, they will help you. But those jobs, you can become an ambassador. Like imagine if student is joining this September in tech, and they will start hiring, mostly all the universities start hiring for student ambassador in November. Okay. So because January in tech is also coming, so they need new ambassadors. So they will start hiring for this student ambassador roles. So you can apply for those roles while you join the university, and you become an ambassador. Within 2 months, you have a job.
You're right.
Why not?
Right.
And it's a flexible job, so you can at least like work outside also. But whenever the university has an event, you can work with them.
Okay.
And it's a free money, I would say. It's not a hectic job, it's just work in the events. You meet so many students at the same time from different part of world and other courses. So it's just networking kind of.
Networking helps.
Networking helps a lot.
Okay.
Like one of my friends says, networking is your net worth. So this is what we do.
No, of course. Any good or bad experiences in last
Few
few
months.
years or few months?
Till now, it was been great, but it's just like when 2024 started. So I would like to talk about the NHS stuff because I had a surgery. And it's just like, even general hospitals are in India, it's better than over here in NHS.
Right.
Because, I had a really bad experience compared to India. I don't get sick usually. Yeah, it's like when I went to A&E this, like last month, around 29th, I went around 4 o'clock. And they treated me around 11. They didn't treated me also.
They saw you.
They saw me at 11 o'clock. And afterwards, I was just waiting for one medicine, antibiotics. Even for that, I had to get in touch with someone. There was one Indian guy, hopefully working there. And I was like, why are you again waiting? I was like, I need that medicine, bro. Just give me and I'll go home. Because I had to come back again for my surgery at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So I was like, give me so I can go take some rest and come back again in the morning.
Right.
So NHS services over here, it's nice when you get treated, but before procedure, it's like you just have to wait for like 7-8 hours to get treated. It's worst experience someone can ever have in UK.
I get it. Jay, anything else you would like to, talk about your journey? Anything else at all?
From my side, don't get demotivated ever. And don't only focus on the jobs, explore other areas of doing some business or getting more certificates because that helps a lot. And networking, it's like, don't be like that kid. Okay, you are in London. It's the finance hub of the world. And it's like everyone, even if you're coming from India, Pakistan, any country in the world, it's like you are in London, you're connected to Europe. People from United States, they want to come here and live the life. So like, talk to people, do your networking, join clubs in the university, and even join the events which are happening outside of your university because you never know whom you're going to meet at the event. Like I met you last year, so
at an event.
So it's the same thing. You never know whom you're going to meet.
Great. So networking is vital, right? As much as studies is important, networking as much as looking for jobs is important, networking always helps.
Yep. Keep yourself busy and enjoy at the same time because I'm not only working at the same time, I'm partying as well. It's not like that. So keep yourself like busy with anything in London because it's hard sometimes to, you are alone. It might you feel like, okay, homesick. You might go back to your home for a month, but still you can find like even friends, which makes you feel like, okay, you have people around you. This is what happened to me at the same time because I found people which are, for me, I would say I haven't been to my home country since 4 years now. And no, I haven't. So for some people who would say, okay, it's shocking. Like you haven't been to home for 4 years. I just went once and it was just for 7 days. That's it. And for me, it's like I'm working on myself. So I need my own time to work on myself and explore my expertise, which would help me later on in the future. So home is important. I'm connected with them, but myself is more important than home.
All right.
Yeah, I made London my home now.
That's great. Good to chat. Thank you for listening to the Student Spotlight. We hope you found today's discussion valuable. If you liked what you heard, be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. We'll be back soon with some more stories and insights. Until then, continue learning and growing. See you in the next episode.